Okay, so, oopsie. You might feel stuck. You might feel that you're not going anywhere. You might feel that now is not the time for action. Now is the time to go within and seek your inner light. And if you feel that way, you are on the right path, my friend. That is totally what you should do now. You should just take a day or two to pause and reflect. The divine twin flame union is quite an interesting union that may or may not take place here on earth in your lifetime. And you know, it's a different type of relationship than other human relationships. It may or may not be romantically inclined, but for this reading I see that it contains a lot of emotion, and it also has the ability to connect you to a lot of sacred emotion. Emotion is such a strong vehicle for action and creation here on earth, and it's super important for you to be able to align to the highest light, to the highest beauty, and to the highest purity that is contained within your heart right now, and to understand who you are as a being on an energetic level before coming into union. So I'd say this reading is mostly surrounded, mostly connected to counterparts that are not in union at this time, right? So if you look at this picture that is painted for us here today, it's like the divine feminine energy is looking at her emotional cup, the emotions that create her life, and the way that this emotion facilitates certain creations in her life. We can see that the masculine energy is looking towards the feminine energy at this time, which is quite interesting because this masculine is ready to take action. However, it's kind of like the feminine energy is focused on going within and finding that emotional clarification to sanctify and to retreat her own soul retrieval. And maybe this must be done before divine union can take place, right? Okay, so maybe the masculine is also tied up in some type of monetary situation, right? Stability is very important for masculine energy to thrive. These two energies can be actual counterparts. So you could either be divine masculine or divine feminine, depending on who you resonate with the most. It's not about gender. However, this balancing of energies can also take place within yourself. You have divine masculine and divine feminine energies within yourself. So, yeah, the divine masculine needs to balance and take care of the practical and financial aspects of life, while the divine feminine needs to focus on soul retrieval and emancipation. And here we see that once this takes place, this balancing act within ourselves takes place, this might as well be a gateway for the actual manifestations to take place. So my neighbors decided today that they're going to build something or construct something. So if you hear some type of noise in the background going doof doof doof, that's what it's all about. Sorry about that. Anyway, so let's dive deeper into the feminine's emotional side. How are you feeling about the divine union and present? Here we see the Wheel of Fortune. Let's just put these cards into alignment. I feel like I want to put this card in the middle of these two so we can balance things out. Okay, so divine feminine, you are ready for the turning of the tides. You are ready for a new sequence, a new pattern to arise. You are so old, over the old, and you want to usher in the new. How do you do this? Divine feminine, go back to your roots. Go back to what makes sense. And if I say roots, this might imply even new roots within the sphere of spirituality, creativity, emotional integration, right? But it might be roots that are connected to some type of shamanic or spiritual practices that has taken place for millennials. Well, I don't know if it's millennials, that's quite heavy, Raven, but let's say decades and decades. A long time. I'm not good with numbers and it's about going back to ancestral roots that have been laid down through the ages, right? And by doing so, you become the musician. So the musician is all about being able to do the best with what you have in front of you. It's not about going out, buying the best equipment or buying the most expensive car or course that you've seen on the internet. Obviously, if you can and you want to invest, do so. But most essentially, it's about looking out into your surroundings and utilizing the tools that you have right now to be able to make magic. And yet again, to clarify, where is this magic coming from? It might be connected to the ancestral guidance system that has been placed in some type of lineage or some type of understanding about who you are and about life, the cosmology of the human race. Divine masculine. So, in order for you to balance and come into full awareness of yourself, we have the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so obviously, Pentacle, 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 masculine. The star, yes. Of course, the lovely star. I am an Aquarian, so I can connect to the star energy quite well. Okay, so basically, you have to overcome the fact that you feel left out, or the fact that you haven't set up your monetary system. It's all about stability and claiming yourself. Yeah, claiming yourself, coming back into financial abundance and alignment. And it's very interesting because sometimes the spiritual communities might frown upon, you know, the monetary gain or access to financial independence. But once the economies and the monetary systems collapse, that is a possibility. Once that happens, and you know, it might be a free market for all, then obviously it would be a different picture for us all. But for now, you have to have the moolah that will enable you to reach this place of healing and being truly you, right? So let's just focus quickly on how to go about it, you know, because this is already inside of you, right? This is already inside of you. It's just about you accessing that truest part of you. So spirit, guides and angels, just help us to understand the path of the divine and masculine at this time. Okay, so yeah, so what I see here is that you might be split into two, basically. You know, this is what you want, right? But this is where you're at. Okay. So basically, if you want to move forward into total freedom and total alignment, you must focus forward, and you must be able to take off the blindfold. The blindfold holding you back to your healing, right? So if you want to reach into divine prosperity and abundance, you have to clear away the cobwebs, right? Find the things within your psyche that are dual opposites, that makes you want to run and hide at the same time, and usually leaves you passive and doing nothing, because you have to take action here, right? Not taking action and allowing dual forces or opposition to rule your life means that you will stay stagnant, right? But taking action means taming dual or opposite forces. And that allows you to experience the homecoming of your soul and the ultimate pentacle. The ultimate pentacle that you first have to find within before it manifests without. Okay, so these cards are getting quite... It's just a lot of cards. So, let's see. What is holding the union back from manifesting? What is holding back the union from manifesting? Okay. So someone here just feels betrayal, feels deceit, right? It might have felt like maybe you're moving into a place of stability with your divine counterpart, and the emotional cup of your biggest, wildest dreams might have been offered to you, but there has been betrayal, right? So what can you do to establish union, right, with your divine counterpart? What can you do now? Okay, so yet again we see that the male and female energies are not looking at each other at this time. The male is going into, the divine masculine is going into one direction, and the female is looking into another direction. And what do we have here in the middle? Some type of betrayal. Someone was not playing very nice. So obviously it's your choice to move back into union or move on with your life. But you know what needs to take place for union to come back into alignment. Yeah, so I feel the action needs to be taken place from the divine masculine side, right? And the divine feminine must be able to look at the things that was lost and was stolen. And she must maybe consider that, you know, maybe the things were lost and stolen that wasn't even hers in the first place, you know. So let's focus quickly on if this twin flame union is someone new or someone old. Is this twin flame union coming into fruition? If we decide to do the balancing act of taking care of our emotional frequency and emotional life on the feminine side, and if we decide to heal our inner wounds around prosperity and abundance on the masculine side, what will happen? Will new love manifest, or will old love manifest, as in something from your past? Okay, I'm still kind of getting my way around laying all the cards out because, yeah, newbie alert. Anyway, okay, so the message here is if you decide to do the inner work, right? If you decide to balance the scales, then you might have a variety of different choices to make. It's all about energy alignment. So if you decide that you are the best thing in your life, and you are, and you take care of yourself and your environment as the most important thing, then you will have the choice. You will have the choice towards many counterparts. So yeah, there you have it. I hope this reading and this message finds you well. Raven over and out. And if you like or resonate with this message, please hit the like button and subscribe. Personal readings, for personal readings, you can find my information down below. Yeah, and as always, love and peace to you.